In today's crypto news, Useless has 3.9% meme coin market share on Kaito despite being the smallest market cap of the big ones. We also have Bonk about to burn $17.7 million worth of their token as soon as we get 57,000 more holders. But let's start us off with Jupiter, and you can now claim your active staking rewards. This means that if you voted, you can go and claim the active staking rewards. There's some decent amount of actual claiming to be done, and I do have a feeling that this could potentially mean that the price would go down, even though it's quite low at a price right now. There's just more supply coming on. Maybe people are losing faith in the actual Jupe token, not the Jupiter team, the Jupe token. So stake Jupe. This is a tutorial wallet. I've got 20 to go and claim. Also, some massive news here. So with the Jupiter DAO, the core working group, they've been working now for 18 months. They're now paused. Basically, the pause have been kind of unwound, which is like a little bit of a... I think the core working group was doing a great thing. Now, apparently, they most of their scope kind of went on to actually like getting the votes, doing the votes, and as votes are paused, they're not really required at present. I'm not really certain how I feel about this. Like in some ways, clearly the DAO groups didn't perfectly work because, the price of Jupe went down and people were always fudding it. At the same time, for $100,000 salary, it's kind of pretty damn affordable for some of these people. Chemo going back to Radiance. Slorg isn't mentioned here. He's probably got quite a few. He's probably going to another project or just working on his Sol Incinerator. Morden's joining the Jupiter team. But this is the thing that people want to be aware of. I'm liking this because I appreciate the information. I'm not necessarily pleased with the fact that they're being disbanded. So as for the fate of the 4.5 million invested Jupe that was granted to us in the core working group's initial vote, we have chosen to completely return to the DAO wallet. This Jupe will better serve their community if redirected towards other valuable initiatives within the ecosystem. And additionally, for the sake of full transparency, I appreciate this, the Jupiter team has gifted us a partial amount of what our cliff would have been from Jupe they had purchased themselves. So there you are. As for the actual Jupe price, you can go and TA yourself. It needs to claim above like 70 cents. And I think it's going to be hard now. Like you'll get there eventually, but in the short term, it's going to be hard. It's not done very well of late. Now, let's have a look at the overall view of the market cap. There's a whole lot of green. It's basically a sea of green. Well done to the green peeps. S&P 500's at all-time highs. NASDAQ's at all-time highs. US dollar is breaking down, which is why these assets are all-time highs. And USDT dominance is still sitting down here, one to go lower. Just time will tell. Time will tell. Bitcoin, like we know what the price of Bitcoin is. The Satoshi setting has gone green. This is a sideways movement right now. Like we could be going up and down, up and down. If you do like Bitcoin on a Solana, you can DLMM the range. I think you'll earn some fees. At the same time, we can break out. Like this is the most annoying thing, and I do hate it when YouTubers say, well, we can either go down, sideways, or up. It's just like, well, fantastic, great advice, appreciate that. Nothing is financial advice, but the market structure right now is not indicative that we go up or go up and stay up because of volume, which we'll cover shortly. Fair and Greed's at 73. We may go a little bit higher, and then we could dip on down again. Once again, have that kind of market structure that goes up and then down, up and then down. And we know this because when we have a look at the market structure, it's never gone properly euphoric. It's always kind of come up here, stick around, and then down, up, down. We're not at this point of like euphoria. And we can also see this because the daily exchange volume is it's not building up to these points where we should be aggressively going, wow, we're going to the moon. That's why I'm saying sideways. You can see there's been a massive uptick in volume here at 56% over the last 24 hours. But I do think, once again, that's just like it's a start. It's something that's happened, but it's not going to be like a continuing rally at present until there's a bit more clarity with money printing and whatnot. Hosoku has done really, really well since we've been speaking about it. It's now up 146%. It's almost at its all-time highs. I don't love this as much as Useless. Once again, like if you DLMM this, you take out a lot of risk. If you just want to buy and sell, perfect. Like, would I bag hold this? No, I think it has organic ability, but I'm far more keen on useless. And at this point, I'm going to take a small amount of profit. Now, Bonk Guy talking once again about like useless, and I'm just going to keep on bringing it to your attention because I think it has like it's been running good. It's funny because it's literally useless. The majority of crypto is so damn useless. This is connected to Bonk, and it makes a whole lot of sense. So useless is only behind Pepe, Bonk, and Mindshare. So this is what I wanted to show you here. This is on Kaito. Pepe, Bonk, Dog, useless. Farcoins down here, like it's bigger than Doge, SPX, despite Murad and his pumping, and he's doing a good job with pumping this for sure. But it's down here. It has Ansem talking about it slightly, and it's got the Bonk, Let's Bonk team and Bonk Guy talking about it, and then that, like, it's just been going up and up and up and up. It doesn't mean it's always going to go up, and if it has a pullback soon, fine, completely fine. But like, I think this is worth putting some attention onto. And like, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think we're too late on this. I'm still accumulating more. I'm selling some, trying to buy some dips. I'm DLMing it. I'm putting some a concentration of funds here, and it goes up. I try to sell a little bit of top and sell a little bit of the bottom, or buy a little bit of the bottom. And maybe I'll work out, maybe it won't. But my point is pretty simple. It works. The only thing not going for it is it doesn't have a ticker for like over 5 characters. There's no ticker available. So that's one sad thing that we can't really track. We have to track it with a hashtag, and Twitter doesn't like hashtags. But you can see it's talking quite a bit. And read through this, you'll see why Bonk Guy's a fan of it. Solana staking ETF has surpassed $20 million. This is the first one. Trading volume within 2 hours. This is strong. This is ranking top 1% of new ETF launches. And potentially the staking APY may come down in future months. There may be a new proposal, which would probably make sense, but this is bullish. Coliseum has had the Solana Breakout Hackathon winners. Congratulations. You can have a read through them, and it'd be worthwhile checking out some of these. I haven't yet, but purely just checking them out, giving them a go, seeing what they look like, because there may be a token airdrop in the future, or there just may be something that really properly finds product market fit. There's a lot of things that have won hackathons in the past and gone through incubators, Drift, Sanctum, just some of those examples. Yesterday, we spoke about Robinhood and Robinhood offering some tokens in OpenAI, and this is a bit of clarity. OpenAI Newsroom says OpenAI tokens are not OpenAI equity. We didn't partner with Robinhood. We're not involved in this, blah, 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 blah. Elon Musk replies, of course, your equity is fake. And then Amit says, it's not a big deal. They're just putting this out to be safe, blah, 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 blah. They're just giving like a token representing the value, like a price, like a mirror token, which aren't that great. But then he says, actually, the real equity backed by Robinhood's stake in OpenAI via an SPV. Now, having said that, like, if you've got a bit of capital and if you want to go and jump into Robinhood and park it there and let it sit there, it is obviously not you looking after your keys, but you may want to do it. It's a pretty big company. Thing is, if you start trading it, there's sizable fees on it. You're going to lose the bonuses you're going to get, but it could be something that you want to play with. Or if you want to get your friends involved initially into Solana before they find you, send them my way and they start on here, it would be a worthwhile thing to give them a little bit of skin in the game while you kind of teach them the next steps. It's a good onboarding curve. Upgrades coming to the DLMM stuff, rebalancing balance liquidity distribution dynamically. We'll cover this as soon as we can in tutorial. Dynamic positions, more than 69 bins. Pretty damn cool, because something like useless, if you think this could go really high, you don't want to sit in a 5% pool. You want to be in a lower range pool, and you want to be able to put some in and go, all right, I want to provide liquidity in these bins in a bid-ask system all the way up to $1 billion or 800 million or something like that. And you can't do that unless you can go more than 69 bins. So that's really cool. This is the big news from Bonk. The Bonk will be doing a $1 trillion Bonk burn. I think it's $1 trillion. But they're going to be doing a massive Bonk burn when this number hits 1 million, and there's 57,000 wallets away. So go buy a bit of Bonk in your wallets, in your random wallets, and go send some to some friends. Get it up there nice and fast. Also, Bonk Fun has surpassed, Let's Bonk.Fun has surpassed Pump in volume today. So big congrats to that. I'm starting to see, like, I'm happy with all of them winning, to be honest. Even Pump.fun, they've got their streaming service, which we'll probably cover another day, which will bring in a lot more Web 2 creators, actual streamers into this ecosystem. So that's really, really bullish. But well done to the Bonk team. That's everything for today. Thanks for watching. Catch you next one.